Hello, my lovely listeners. I'm Dr. Mary Barson.
And I'm Dr. Lucy Burns. Welcome to this episode of Real Health and Weight Loss.
Hello, lovely listeners. Dr. Mary here. And today I am very, very excited to be joined by one of our beautiful community members, the fabulous Sharna Dawson, who's currently doing our 12-week mind-body rebalance. Sharna is an excellent human in so many ways. And I would love, Sharna, could you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you and a little bit about your journey and how you found us.
So, hello, my name's Sharna. I have a job-ready business, so I was a high school teacher previously and a former careers advisor, so I help kids enter the workforce and with social skills, all the things that they're lacking at the moment, and confidence to enter the workforce. But how I came about you guys was you were in my orbit. We're in the same business group, online business group, but we don't get to really interact. I knew of you guys and how great you guys were doing. And it wasn't until I listened to you speak, I followed your page and I would see you do stuff, but I wasn't really into it only because I thought, wow, I can't do low carb. I can't do no sugar. So I thought this is just completely impossible. So it's one of those two hard baskets. And then you spoke at her Empire retreat, and it wasn't about what you do. It was just about how you run things and everything like that. And I just thought, wow, these people are so relatable. You're 100% on my level. Like, you know, you guys are like a yin and yang. You're like super sensible, and I'm sure you have a crazy side. But then, you know, Dr. Lucy has the crazy side. And I'm like, this is such a good combination. You already had the credibility because you were doctors. And I think that is so huge for so many people. It's like, I've done so many dieting things, and I told you previously, I was a health teacher. And I got to the point where I had to draw a line in the sand. Like, I was ashamed of who I had become, and not because me as a person, but because where I had got to physically. I just went from an active job to a sedentary job, and like everyone, didn't find the time of the day. By the time I did, I was too tired. I had 100 excuses. And for me, I was actually addicted to Coke as well. The drink. Let's get that clear, guys. The drink. So I was addicted I was addicted to so much sugar. The fact you guys were going no sugar, I'm like, nah, not going to happen. But oh my God, here I am.
I'm so glad you are, and that you've come along with us, because you're going great guns. We absolutely love having you in our real life medicine community. So you would hear us, you know, on the interwebs talking about 7-day sugar-free reset, or, you know, low carb real food, and you'd go, yeah, that sounds good, but that's impossible. Tell us a little bit more about like how you then stepped into the real life medicine train, and then what it was actually like for you.
Yeah, and I think it's a little bit of arrogance on my part, because I'm like, yeah, like, because I had so much knowledge, and I'd been not so much knowledge, like, I wouldn't say I like the knowledge that you give in this course is ridiculous, but because, and I think a lot of people be the same, we're around dieting, which is the worst word ever, but we're around that dieting culture. We understand what we're marketed to. We understand the basics, but there's no way that we know like the in-depth of what you teach. So I reckon I had sort of surface level stuff, and I just thought, knowing how bad I was to Coke, let's just say like people who know me are absolutely mortified that I haven't had a Coke in about 7 weeks. I haven't touched one. I'm not interested in one. And I went on a hike for uni. I'll give you this, how bad I was. They were hiking from Katoomba to Mittagong, which is quite a fair distance. And it was like you had to walk 200 Ks every day. Now, I didn't care about that. I was just going, how am I going to take Coke on this trip? And if I don't, I'm going to get massive headaches. So I was like, I'll drink flat stuff. I don't care. Like, man, I was chocolate every night, a Coke. It's insane. So when you were saying this stuff, I'm like, that's just, I 100% knew that people were getting results. You had the credibility, but it was just me mentally going, right, this is a line in the sand. And there's another lady in the program that I know that's we know, and she is a sales genius to the point, like, she's brutal. And I think it was, she said, how much she is, like, how much would you put on your health? What's the price you put on your health? She goes, what if I told you I could do it for, $5 a day if I could change your health? And I'm like, hell yeah. And she goes, well, you idiots, $2.50. I'm like, rightio. I'm in. It was a no-brainer.
I like that. Breaking down the cost. Yeah, absolutely. So that's what got you to join the 12-week program. The 12-week mind body rebalance was knowing that it'd be helpful, but also having it broken down that actually this is really cost effective as well.
To put it as like, you're an idiot if you don't, because I was happy to go look for every like we all do. We'll look for every shortcut. I'm like, can I get gastric banding? Like, do I really need gastric banding? Like, all stuff you'd be mortified about. But it's like, I wanted that shortcut because I'm like, I formerly did bodybuilding and figure competition, not like massive chicks sort of stuff, but like figure competition. And the diet I had to do was ridiculous. And I know the hard work that it took me to get there, and I just wasn't prepared to go back there because it was just a horrible version of what you have to do to get there, and your diet, your metabolism, your hormones are all out of whack. So when Marie was like, you can do this for affordable and you're an idiot. And when I drew that line in the sand, I was like, yeah, she's right. This is what I need, and having someone that was going to make me accountable as well. So it's a combo.
Yeah, that's beautiful. The community. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned that you've been in Dietland before, and a really extreme version of Dietland, if you were doing bodybuilding and body sculpting, like the restrictions that people put themselves through to get that control over your body shape is pretty severe. Can you tell us a bit more about your journey through Dietland, dieting culture, compared to how it is for you now?
Oh, to the point, I didn't think that what you guys do was going to be achievable. I just thought I had to work myself into the ground to do that. And that was previously because basically I was given training advice and nutrition advice from people who aren't qualified. And as a health teacher, it used to make me cringe going, these guys don't have qualifications. It's an industry that's not regulated. With one girl, I'd lost a lot of weight and a lot of size, and it's all about muscle, retaining muscle. And I had a guy who I'd reached out to who was a national coach, and he just said, you're going to stuff up your hormones if you keep going with this girl. So then I switched, found someone else, but it was still restricting. Like, I would do an hour and a half of training in the morning, which is insane. And then I'd go out and do cardio towards the end of, say, 2 hours a night. And I was just eating tiny pieces of chicken and broccoli, which on this one, when I have broccoli, it's like, wow, I've got to get over that mindset. Pieces of asparagus just towards the end, which was horrible, ridiculous amounts of water. So it wasn't normal. And for me to come into this, it was just like, oh my gosh, this is achievable. It's bloody easy. And I haven't had the headaches and withdrawals. And because you teach us about the hormone, like, I absolutely love it. I'm like a nerd on it. I sit on your stuff, and this might be for people that go, okay, I don't have time to sit down and watch videos. Yeah, you do. You're scrolling on your phone all the time anyway. So if we're scrolling Facebook or whatever, I actually just cast your stuff to the TV and I can watch it like that. So I can sit down overnight and cast it. Yeah, so I can cast you to a TV. I sit on my phone and they're done. They're in the car. They're really simple, easy to do modules. So it's like, for me to be able to have lost weight, because the analogy, my woodshed's 100% open. I'm cheering. I'm not hungry. I don't have headaches. I haven't touched sugar in 7 weeks, and I don't want to. That is like mind-blowing. It's insane.
That's wonderful. And how are you feeling within yourself?
Oh, like so much better. I had like most, I'm 45. but I carry a lot of weight in my stomach, like a lot of women do. We carry weight. But I felt like I was like, wow, I'm like 6 months pregnant, man. And I'm not even, I felt like I looked like when I had my 2 kids. I'm like, this is not okay. So I was heavy. I had a lot of pains. I have shocking menstrual cycle. Like, tick the boxes, man. I was 100% pre-diabetic. I reckon I was too scared to go to a doctor for them to talk to me about that. And I just knew those conversations were coming. And so like, oh, we need to, sit and chat. No, we don't. Like, I knew what I was in for, but I don't have the heaviness. I don't have the pain. Like, I used to get like heavy carbs, or I'd get pain. I have irritable bowel syndrome, which I don't have issues with now. Maybe just a few eggs. I reckon I have a few issues with way too many eggs, but that's my body sort of getting used to stuff. But I don't have any of that now, and I feel lighter and less sore, which is insane.
Oh, that's wonderful. All of those beautiful, beautiful changes for you, beautiful human. And it's not as hard as you thought it would be.
Oh my God, no. And you know what I'm loving? I don't know if you're going to bring it up or not. The hypnos are like the best thing ever, right? So my husband, I have to say, like, my husband, even when I did the gym prep, 100%, he cooks. I'm the worst cook ever. Like, I suck. But with your recipes, I can do stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, I watch Lucy's stuff, and you guys make it look easy, and your stuff is super easy, but I still suck. I don't have the confidence I never have in cooking, right? But with your stuff, I'm able to pick and grab stuff. It's just, it works. So my husband's 100% on board. And so overnight, I would listen to the hypnos, and I would put an earpiece in at first. I didn't say I'm just listening to a hypno. I'd go to sleep. He goes, look, just take it off. I'll sleep anyway, and just leave it on. Rightio. So I'm playing these hypnos pretty much every night next to my bedside table. My husband and I, we laugh. We cannot get past, like, Mary, your voice is so hypnotic. It's obviously that's – I don't know if you want to put people to sleep generally, but you've definitely – but you're very triggering. So we can't get we both can't get past. We wake up in the morning, we're like, where did you get to? And he's like, I get to where Mary says, relax. And you go, I love, and you go, good. You go, good. Perfect.
Indeed.
And I love that. And I'm gone. So him and I are gone. I got to one of the ones last night. I heard you talk about a butterfly. And in the part, I'm sending messages to my accountability buddy on it, Marie, and I'm going, dude, does she talk about water? Can you like stay awake in one for me? Because does she talk about water? I wake up so thirsty and I want a yellow capsicum. Like, this is stupid. And we would laugh so much at it. But you do talk about a yellow capsicum in it. You do.
I do talk about a yellow capsicum. I do. And water. Drinking cool, calm, clear water.
Now, I have a water bottle with me. I don't drink water. I hate it. But I do it.
But now you're drinking water.
Yeah.
There you go.
I drink water, and both of us listen to it. And my husband, he's sort of eating the same as I am, and he goes, I actually don't want carbs. And he's like a, 80-kilo dude, and he's just turned 50, and he's like, I don't feel like I need to have these carbs. Like last night we had fish, green veggies and stuff like that. And he goes, I feel full. He goes, maybe it's the hypnos. So his request, he's like, can you make specific hypnos for husbands? And I'm like, calm down, mate. Because he's like, he'd like that more specifically because they work.
Yep. All right. Specific hypnos for husbands.
Yeah.
I'll look into it for sure. Yeah. I love that you're getting benefit from the hypnosis, because we do have those positive suggestions about drinking water and all of these healthful changes, and that you fall asleep listening to them at night. So they still work even if you're asleep. The medical hypnosis, I think, is a really powerful part of our programs. I'm glad you like them.
I love them. And what you've got to be careful, like what your modules too, you have this amazing soothing voice. Like you just do. Like it's like honey, man. Listen to your voice. But when I listen to your modules, I just get triggered. I'm like, it's the same voice. So I'm like, this is so calming and relaxing.
Yes. Yes.
It's good, but it's good that you've got a balance of yourself, because I'm like, I don't want to listen to you when I drive. I'm like, I'm scared you're going to trigger me and fall asleep.
I'm really conscious that I need to have like a really bubbly voice right now so I don't make you fall asleep with my hypnotherapy voice.
No, it's amazing. You trigger me. It's beautiful.
That's good. That's great. They are so helpful in so many ways. And I'm so glad they're helping you get to sleep. That's definitely not a bad thing. You've got so much to your story, and thank you so much for sharing this, that you've come from a place of great knowledge with health as a health educator involved in physical education, plus you've done bodybuilding, and there's certainly, like, whether or not that's healthy or sustainable definitely another topic, but there's a lot of knowledge that is required to engage in that. You felt that you knew a lot, but were struggling with the implementation. And just on air beforehand, you were talking about being an all or nothing person, and that this is something that has tripped you up in the past. Could you tell me more about that? Because I think that's something lots of people can relate to.
Yeah, sure. I think it started with me training at the gym, and I started 5 days a week, and I felt like, okay, well, I'm all in. I need to put all in this, draw the line in the sand. I never wanted to compete. I just wanted to train like an athlete and eat like one. And then I got to the point where they're like, you know what, you're going to have to go through with it. And I was just mortified because the outfits, for those that don't know, are like a piece of floss and like 6-inch stripper heels and four layers of tan. Like, it's definitely not a teacher look. That's why I did it in Wagga, so no one would see me. So, you have this knowledge. It's a dangerous combination. You have enough knowledge to get by. You know what's right and wrong. But when you combine that with an all or nothing mentality, I was going back to the gym when I put on weight because, turning sedentary and not being an active PE teacher like I was just like, oh, it's shameful. I didn't want to go to the gym because I thought it was so stupid. I thought you've got to lose weight before you go to the gym. And that was a mentality I went into, yet I heard the same comments when I was at the gym and I went, that is the dumbest thing I've heard. They need to come to the gym. But it's the shame that you feel before you step foot in a gym that you need to lose weight. So I was training, I ended up 6 days a week, didn't have rest days, eating stupid. So I thought that's what I have to go back to. So when I was going back to the gym, I know it's 80% nutrition, but my nutrition just wasn't on point. And I'm like, do I have to eat like I used to eat in order to get results? So it was really hard for me mentally to overcome going, yeah, you lost a lot of weight but I didn't want to sacrifice that. I didn't want to eat like a bird and train ridiculous and wreck my hormones in order to get a result. So when you guys have created this, I was just like, this actually works. I'm losing weight. And you know what? I got vertigo last year. I got vertigo a year ago. And so I haven't been able to walk. I haven't been able to do a lot of exercise because of my vertigo. So I haven't been to a gym yet. There's centimeters dropping off. Like, I can just tell my clothes are different. I'm losing it in places like people are noticing. And it's like, you can do this and don't have to go to the extremes. And you get a real education from actual medical professionals, not people who have learnt second, third hand what they think's right. And it's actually not. Like, it's so wrong. So to listen to you guys tell us everything and be so sharing and give us this knowledge behind it, it's just such a great building block. And where there's like, just build a plate. And I know people are like, but I want a specific meal plan. And you're like, it's here. But knowing that I can just go anywhere and build a plate and go out to eat and go, yeah, I just get a protein, go that. And you're just a bit more particular about where you eat. I just think it's so clever what you guys do and achievable.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so pleased that you feel that way. And you're a legend, the way you are embracing this and taking this on. I'd love to know a little bit more about how your mindset is changing as you move through our program. What's going on inside your beautiful brain?
When you go, like, you're like, hey, beautiful human, hey, beautiful, you know how nice that is? Like, so straight up, You guys are like the nicest people. Straight. So already when you come into it, you just know, I think mentally I thought, right, I'm up for it here. Like Sharna, you're going to cut out sugar. You're going to like, there's no soft drink for you. There's no chocolate on the sneaky cheeseburger through Macca's. This is it. You're done. But this is going to be hard. And you guys are just like, you know what? You're human. And people in the group have said, which I find is so nice. The community is so nice, and go, hey, you know what? I fell off the wagon today. And you guys are like, it's okay. You're human. So straight up, you make people feel comfortable. So it was going to be my mental shift that had to change. And I'm quite a, sarcastic sort of person. They go, oh, here we go. Do you know what I mean? Like, here we go. Two like really nice humans. They don't know. I'm going to have the worst headaches. And my staff that work with me, and my husband works with me too, and he's just like, we don't want to be near you without sugar. And I'm like, I don't want to be near me without sugar. And then the first couple of days when we're told about transitioning, and I think my head was like, rightio, this is going to be the worst. Good luck. Sharna, you're on your own. And I thought, you know what? This is not that bad. I did get a little bit of a cold, but I think I could have got one of those spring colds anyway. Who knows? But I thought, yeah, I don't feel the best. I do have a bit of a headache, but I remember Dr. Lucy saying, you push through, watching the videos, just push through it. And if I could replay it's not appropriate to put on a podcast, but some of the funniest voice messages I was sending to my accountability buddy going, this is so bad. Like, dude, if I saw, like, I'll tap out now. Like, 100%. And we were sending these messages probably, 20 a day to each other. And I'm like, dude, they're so nice, but I'm done. Like, tap me out now. I feel so crap. And we were laughing, like, the messages are that funny. We're keeping them because it just shows how far we've come. And then I got through it. I'm like, you know what? I actually don't have a headache today. This was, I reckon, about 3 days. I was like, this is weird. Obviously, it's going to hit me again. I'm going to go down. And I was like, but I haven't. So mentally, I'm saying to people, I'm not even hungry. And everyone's like waiting for this big, scary Sharna to hop out. But I'm like, I'm not. I'm not that person, and I'm still positive. I'm not hungry. I don't have headaches. And so I'm up to the part where we're fasting. And so this is insane for me. Like, I haven't had breakfast this morning. I'm not eating lunch, but I don't miss it, and I'm not hungry. Now, if you said that to me at the start, sarcastic Sharna, which is still there, right? Or cynical Sharna, I'd be like, guess what? You're like not eating at the moment and you don't have a headache. I'll be like, yeah, and who paid you to say that? But it's insane. It's insane. And that's why wherever I go, I'm like, guys, like, this is the best thing I've ever been on.
Love it. Oh, thank you. And I'm happy that sarcastic, Sharna is still there, but I'm also very happy that your headaches only lasted a few days and you're feeling great. That's wonderful.
Yeah. And for someone that was so addicted to stuff, it really surprised me.
That was easier than you thought it would be. It's doable, and you're getting all of these fabulous benefits. We've got our 7-day sugar-free reset coming up again on November 25th. Would you have any words of advice for anyone who is interested in perhaps giving it a go? $7 for 7 days. What would you say to these beautiful people?
Oh my God, I'll pay it for them. I'll pay it for them. It's insane. Like $7. I actually didn't do it. So coming into your course, that challenge was on prior, and I was too scared to do it. I just went, hands down, that's no way. I was scared. So I'm like, there's no way I'm going to do that. So that's why I just went, nah, I'm straight in, and I'll do it as I go. Do it. 100% do it for $7. My God, it costs you more in sugar. I used to go through so much sugar now, which it's good to monitor, because I can see my daughter adding in the sugar, in the cup of teas, and she's the only one in my house now that has sugar. So I can actually monitor what she has, because it used to be me and I couldn't hide from it. But oh my God, do it. $7, I pay him. Like, whatever. Like, I'll pay him to do it. It's that good.
Thank you so much, gorgeous one. Oh, you're wonderful, and your story is wonderful, and thank you so much for sharing it with us today. And I love to talk a bit about being a job ready expert. I work with disadvantaged youth at Headspace. I mean, gosh, just helping our beautiful young people get jobs is very important. Could you just tell our beautiful listeners a little bit about you and where they could find you if they wanted to learn more as well?
Yeah, 100%. So I created hands-on workshops for disengaged kids because as a teacher of a low socioeconomic school, I had 1,400 kids at my school, and as a careers advisor, it was Groundhog Day. Kids were coming in with inappropriate clothes. They weren't, addressing employers properly. They were wearing inappropriate makeup. It was like they were going to a nightclub. It's like things have got to change. So every time they came into me, I was repeating myself, and I thought this has got to change, and it can be quite a dry topic. And teachers, like parents, we become white noise. So I thought it's got to be hands-on. You've got to have cool people deliver it, and it's got to be hands-on so they learn and they can take the skills home after. So I created the EDGE workshops. So EDGE is hands-on. So I talk about pathways and all amazing things that employers want and the basic things that, turn up on time, dress appropriately, don't stink, all these type of things that time-poor parents don't have time to do. So I do hands-on haircuts. So I have barbers, I take hairdressers, they do interview hairstyles with the girls. So every girl walks out with hairstyles. Guys, we walk out with haircuts. I say we try to remove mullets as a community service. So we give out free haircuts. We have makeup lessons, and we're supported by MCO Beauty, so the supermarket brand. So whatever's affordable, and the kids take all this home as well. They take all the gift packs home, and then I have a stylist, and they dress up, and we show them clothes from Vinnie's to Big W to whatever's in their area that's affordable that they can recreate themselves. So yeah, we have these workshops. We were with the Department of Education in around 148 schools. And now we're going out to Broken Hill soon, Riverina, and going to all sorts of organisations who help young people. Yeah, and you can find me at sharnadawson.com.
Perfect. Thank you. We'll put that link in the show notes. Oh, you are such a beautiful human inside and out, and I think you're cool. I totally think you're cool. I'm not a teenager, but I still think you're cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'll take that.
Thank you so much for coming today and telling us your beautiful story and the wonderful transformation you've had. It's been an absolute blast having you.
Thank you so much. And thank you for creating this program and seeing the need. And with both of yourself, you're such a powerhouse team. And I just think you provide such an amazing community and a support. Like, this is just something I'll continue to do because it's achievable. You guys are just absolute gems. I love yous.
Thank you so much. We love you too. Thank you. And gorgeous people, our 7-day sugar-free reset is starting very soon, starting on November 25. And this, beautiful people, it's $7 for 7 days where you can get a fabulous first step into your last health and weight loss journey. It includes some of those wonderful hypnotherapies that Sharna and her hubby absolutely loved, as well as a very powerful short mini course empowering you with great information, a supportive community. It gives you what you need to boost your metabolism, improve your energy, and start to break up with sugar. And as Sharna says, that is not as hard as you might initially believe, especially when you get the right support, the right information, and a bit of hypnosis can't hurt either. So check that out, $7 for 7 days. You can join at rlmedicine.com/no sugar or click the link below. It's going to be wonderful.
So, my lovely listeners, that ends this episode of Real Health and Weight Loss. I'm Dr. Lucy Burns.
And I'm Dr. Mary Barson. We're from Real Life Medicine. To contact us, please visit rlmedicine.com.
And until next time,
thanks for listening.
The information shared on the Real Health and Weight Loss podcast, including show notes and links, provides general information only. It is not a substitute, nor is it intended to provide individualised medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment, nor can it be construed as such. Please consult your doctor for any medical concerns.